Amber, bro. So I've been watching Invincible season 1 on this channel. Sadly, I've only gotten through 2 episodes, literally episodes 1 and 2 of season 1. But the whole goal was to finish all of season 1 on this channel, react to it, and then watch season 2 before, like, you know, it finished so that we could watch it real time together. But I'm a little bit slow, I realized that if I really wanted to start watching season 2, because we're already like, by the time this video comes out, 3 episodes of season 2 will have been out already. Since we're already so behind, I was like, you know what, F it. I'm not gonna react to the remaining few episodes, except for the finale, because I know the finale is when the big fight happens. At this point, if you watch Invincible, I think everyone knows about like the big fight between Omni-Man and Invincible, where Invincible basically like dies. I know Mark gets like beat up, which I mean, honestly, at this point, like, I've seen Mark get beat up like every single episode. He's been taking L's over everything. So I mean, like, I guess Omni-Man's like the big boss, because like seeing Mark get beat up is nothing new to me at this point, is what I'm trying to say. I decided to watch episodes, what is that, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So all like those 5 episodes by myself. But I couldn't just, you know, react to episode 8 without like leaving my opinion, of course, on those like last few episodes. So like that's what we're gonna do real quick. I like promise you, I want this to be like the quickest video ever. So I'm just gonna drop like things and that's it. Like if you wanted to know like what I think about this or what I think about that, like this is the video for you. Okay, cool. Let's get into it. Let's talk about Robot. Robot had like a big part to play in episodes 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Basically, Robot is getting a human body, and he got a human body, and that's basically it. Out of everyone in Team, so the original Team, Robot was my favorite. I've meant to say, I mean, I said that multiple times in like the episode 2 video. I don't know, man, like his whole plan, like it made me kind of suspicious. I was kind of like, honestly, for the first part of it, I was like, oh my gosh, Robot's like evil, because he broke out like, you know, what are they called, the Mahler twins or whatever they're called, you know. But it was just basically in his big plan to get a body, and though it leaves a lot of like untied strings, like a lot of strings loose, he got his body, you know, he got his way. I don't think he thought it really like through enough, but he got his way. The only thing that is weird is that like he used Rex's DNA, because I literally hate Rex so much. I don't care. I do not like Rex. I do think his like design is cute, like his like is cute, but his teenage self was ugly as heck, and like we can see that in Robot, because like Robot's teenage self is like weird. His voice is also just like so weird, like he has like this grown voice for his teenage body. It's just weird. And then the whole being in love with Monster Girl thing is just like, girl, where'd that come from? How'd you fall in love? I guess it's just because the fact he knows that he's like old and trapped in a young body, so he was just like, connection. She's old and trapped in a young body, I'm old and trapped in a young body. It looks like she's kind of like, you know, reciprocating the love though. So like, you know, I'm a sucker for love. I'm a sucker for romance. So if it's not weird, it's not weird. Technically he's 30, she's 25. They just look like teenagers, so I don't know. I'm gonna leave it alone though, okay? Another big part was Eve, of course. So in these last few episodes, Eve basically, she goes through a breakup. First of all, Rex cheats on her. Rex literally, I hate Rex so much. I'm not gonna lie. He kind of redeemed himself in that last battle. Him and the new Guardians, like they finally took it seriously, and they basically saved Mark, honestly. Mark's life, and they defeated those villains. So kind of, because now it looks like he's finally, after freaking 7 episodes, maybe 8, maybe 6. After 6 episodes, it looks like he's like finally taking the superhero stuff seriously. But like, I hate him so much. I literally was like wishing for his death. I was like, I hope Rex is one of the characters that die. And I know that's really drastic. And like, I don't really mean it, but like, you know, if I had to pick a character to die, I'd pick Rex. Because I hate this guy. Oh my, he's so annoying, bro. You see, I almost forgot like why I mentioned that. The whole point was that, yeah, he cheats on Eve, bro. He cheats on Eve, which is crazy to me, because he's jealous of Eve talking to Mark, which is like so stupid. But then like you realize that he's just like an insecure guy. Like he's just like, it's just like his personality is just being an a-hole, and he has like insecurities, and he's like trying to work on himself, blah, 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 blah. I don't really care. You know, Eve's like, girl, I don't even want to be a superhero no more. She still loves making a difference, but she doesn't have to be like a hero per se to do that. Like she doesn't have to like defeat villains to do that. She can just focus on the natural villains of the earth, which is pollution and like natural disasters and will my vegetation grow, you know, like the natural things that we usually have to worry about when you don't factor in like, you know, aliens and super villains and all that stuff. So she's finding her purpose, which is awesome. One thing about Eve I just wanted to talk about is like in all her fights and all her time in Team, I did not know how powerful that girl was. This girl can literally create reality. Does that make sense? Like she can technically she's not recreating reality as much as she's just like rearranging molecules and atoms. So like she'll like, let's say I have this Apple pencil. She's just recreating the molecules to turn into something else. But when I tell you that she is so powerful, it's crazy. She was doing things I didn't know she could do. She was like, she can clean herself off. She created like, you know how Elsa in Frozen created her whole like frozen temple or castle, whatever you call it. She literally did that. She did that for herself out of wood. I was like, girl, you're super powerful. Like, why were you struggling against those aliens? Why didn't you just turn those aliens into like freaking, I don't know. Long story short, what I'm trying to say is like Eve was not doing her powers justice in that fight. In episode 2, like the way she got beat up like so easily doesn't compute. It does not translate into the power that she has now. Granted, there's a lot of time that technically has passed in the show. Like I think the show spans over like 6, 7, 8 months, like a good amount of months. So maybe she's like learning about herself and her power. So maybe she's just like stronger. But like, I don't know. That's a lot of power to gain in a few months. You know what I mean? So like she was really powerful. I don't really care about anything else. The only other thing, because I know I made a big deal out of it, we got to talk about Amber, of course. I don't know why people hate Amber, bro. I think it's more of a testament to like the show itself rather than like Amber's character. I think the reason she broke up with Mark was because he doesn't trust her. Is that what it was? But either way, it's not the fact that Amber's giving a reason and like her reason doesn't work. I'm realizing that the one of the biggest problems of the show is that it's really like a, you know how like that term is like show don't tell. It's really a tell don't show type of show. So like there's a lot of exposition, there's a lot of explanations, there's a lot of like, this is what's happening, this is what's happening, this is how I feel, this is how I feel, but they're not really showing you that. And also again, like it runs across like a span of months, which I didn't realize. Like if you watch Invincible and they don't tell you about the time, you might think it's like over like 2 months. At least for me, I thought it was like, oh, like yeah, it's like over 2 months, maybe 3. But no, there's like 6, 7, 8 months that have passed, like damn near half a year, like over half a year, which is crazy. And so Amber, and it's not even just Amber, Eve, William, which is Mark's best friend, they all tell Mark like, you've been a horrible boyfriend, you don't treat her right, blah 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 blah. And so for the audience, it's hard for us to see that. At least, okay, again, I'm speaking for myself, okay? I know y'all are smart. It's hard for me to see that because I'm like, dang, like all we've seen of Amber and Mark is like all these cute dates and all these kissing scenes. Honestly, I could probably count like 3 or 4 scenes where like she's mad at him, but like, you know, he makes it up to her. So like for me, it was like, bro, like you guys have a great relationship, but like all the characters are telling us like, no, Mark has been a bad boyfriend. And so I think it's honestly the show itself. Like what they should have done is like maybe put some more scenes that kind of like help out with Amber's case. Cause like Amber, she even said, she's like, oh, I knew you were invincible, which honestly, I didn't like that either. Cause I'm like, girl, how'd you know? Like, how'd you know? Like, how'd you know? Anyway, but like he's like, yeah, I knew you were invincible, but like you've been treating me like trash, you don't trust me, all that stuff. And it's like, okay, so show us more scenes of that, because again, like we're not seeing that. And I think that's where the hatred towards Amber comes in, even though like I still don't feel like that's a good reason to hate her, because like, girl, like it's not that big of a deal, like whatever. So far what I've seen is like, oh, Amber is so stupid because like she broke up with Mark. She's mad at Mark because Mark is being a hero, basically. And it's like, no, she's mad at Mark because Mark's being a bad boyfriend. But it's hard for us to see that because the show's not showing us that. So we have to go by her word. But luckily, it's not just her word, it's also Eve's word and William's word. So that's how you know it's true. It's not just her making stuff up. So it's like, okay, it's true. It's just the show wasn't showing us. The show wasn't doing its job in showing us. And that's not Amber's problem. That's the writer's problems and the director and whoever was making the story up, you know? So boom, all right? That's my defense of Amber, okay? Because I mean, like, I don't know, people are making it sound like Amber was like the worst character ever and like blah, blah, blah. But like, I don't know how you could hate Amber when like they're so cute together, bro. Like her and Mark are so cute together. They are so cute. Like their moments are cute. Like they obviously care about each other. I just yeah. I don't hate her. Sorry. Sorry. Like she didn't, honestly, she was not as bad as people made her out to be. If I'm missing something, please tell me, cause I don't know. All right. That's it. I think that's it. Oh no. Okay, before I leave, I just want to say Omni-Man is terrifying, okay? I know in the last video, like for episode 2, I was making a lot of jokes about he's a murderer and I don't like him, and then I was being true. Like I really don't like Omni-Man, but it's not the same way that I don't like Rex. Like Rex, you guys can write this down. Like I hate Rex so much as a character. I want him to die. Not anymore, because he's okay now. But like from episodes 3 till the end of episode 6, I was like, man, I wish Rex could die, because he was that annoying. Like I didn't see any value in his character. He was just annoying me. If anything, he was making everyone's lives worse. But the dislike I have for Omni-Man is not that type of dislike. Like Omni-Man, I dislike him as a person, you know what I mean? Like I dislike what he does. But he is such an interesting character. Oh my goodness, and such a good villain. And he's so, like, you know the joke I made about like, oh, Omni-Man stands for like the Omni, and Omni-Man stands for Omnimus, because like, bro, he's such like, he's just so scary. That's it. That's all I wanted to say. Like he's just terrifying. Every time Deborah, his wife, would like, you know, get closer and closer to finding out about the murders, I would be terrified for her. I'd be terrified for anyone who like would question him, who would talk to him about the murders, brought up the murders, just like made him a little bit suspicious of them. Like he's just such an ominous character, such a like what do you call it? Like he's just like, they did his character justice is what I'm trying to say, okay, in terms of like making it clear and showing us why we should be scared of him. Because I was scared of him. You know he's not gonna just automatically kill. He's gonna try to do his best to like manipulate and trick and all this other stuff. But like in the back of your head, you're like, okay, if he wants to kill this guy, he's gonna kill him. And he might make it hurt. And so, you know, the stuff like that, it's just like, you're just so scared for the other characters because you know how bad Omni-Man can get. And yeah, I just have to applaud the writers for that. As good as the show is, there's like there's a few flaws, you know? And that's okay, because it's the first season. Like, what are you gonna do? And it's still a really good show. But the best thing they did was writing Omni-Man and making him, like, showing how dangerous he could be and how sneaky he could be and how threatening he could be. I think that's like the best part of like this whole show. So yeah, that's it. I think so. I don't think there's anything else I wanted to say. Blah, 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 blah. We talked about, yeah, I think we talked about everything. So I'm gonna be wearing the exact same outfit because we are going straight into watching episode 8. I'm super excited. Commentary coming right now. Thank you so much for watching. If you watched the whole thing, if you liked the video, like the video. If you like me, think about subscribing. And if you leave a comment down below, I will respond back. Like I said, this was like a really short, I mean, short for me. It was a short video just to like, you know, get all our thoughts together before we go into the last episode, which is happening right now. Please watch that video. Probably right here. Okay? See ya. Bye.